So earlier today, I shared a video where I was on a workout bench. The leg was up on the bench. I wrapped the leg with a compression wrap to work on improving terminal knee extension. But then somebody asked me, well, what can we do if we don't have access to a bench? Also, there are a lot of patients who can't flex the hip to 90 degrees the way I was sitting on the bench. So let me show you some alternatives. This is actually a shelf out of a cabinet we have here in the clinic. Whatever the method, if you have a board available, a lot of times what you can do is you can sit in a standard chair. You can place the board in a position like this where it's just resting on the ground. You want to get the edge of it as close to the end of the chair as possible, just so it's not digging into the proximal hamstring. And now basically what's happening is we are trying to allow the back of that knee to drop into full extension as much as possible. If you prefer, you can utilize a little bit of ice. Sometimes numbing the knee will actually make it a little more comfortable. The problem is the stretch is happening on the back of the knee, so putting ice on the top of the knee is not going to make too much of a difference. If you put the ice underneath the knee and you don't have full extension, you're not going to get contact with the ice. So that's where, again, a compression wrap like this comes into play. We're going to create the anchor wrap first. And again, if you notice, I'm above the kneecap. So if you have your incision, I'm basically above the incision. I'll wrap it once, I'll come around, I'll wrap it twice, depending on the length of your wrap. In this case, it looks like I'm gonna get 3 wraps. I've got the elastic compression wrap that's pulling down on the thigh. I've got the ice, which is pushing up on the back of the knee, which is the part of the knee that's being stretched. If I still can't get enough, I'll fold the ice over so it's several layers thick. Now for sure, it's touching the back of that. If there's a Baker's cyst or any kind of hamstring pathology back there, this is gonna help numb that area and hopefully allow the knee to relax and compress down into a straighter position. If you feel like you're not getting enough leverage with the wrap above the knee, you can always wrap it with it down below the knee on the shin bone. So I'm high on the shin bone, it's creating a downward pressure, I'm getting extension. And this might be something where I set my clock, my timer, for 5 to 10 minutes. The whole idea in gaining range of motion after a knee replacement, especially for structures behind the knee, when we're moving into extension, we're stretching the posterior structures. Those structures were not cut through during the knee replacement surgery. So those structures are fully intact, they're strong, they're stable, they're not at risk of further injury. We can be a little bit more aggressive working on extension than we would be working on flexion. But if I'm going to work on improving extension, I want long duration, low intensity stretches. Stretching a hamstring for 30 seconds and then relaxing, that's not going to improve knee extension. This would be a position I want to get into for 5, 10, maybe even up to 20 minutes. But if it's too painful, your body's not going to allow you to tolerate it. It's not going to relax. So that's where maybe I'll loosen up the elastic band, give it enough pressure that it's what I would consider uncomfortable but not painful. And then if I gain range of motion, if I feel like, oh, I can go a little bit tighter, I'll tighten the band and I'll let it go another 5 to 10 minutes after this. But the nice thing about something like this is you've got a straight point of reference. Then once I'm numbed up, I can take the ice pack away. I can get a little more knee extension. If I need a little bit of relief, I can flex the hamstring, which lifts the knee, which actually takes some of the stretch away. And then when I relax the hamstring, I usually will get even a little more extension. Depending on your anatomy, depending on your build, you may or may not ever have the back of your knee touching the board, but the idea is we want to focus on progress. Even if we're not achieving the goal yet, we're making progress toward that goal. So I hope this is helpful. If you have any ideas, if things work better for you, absolutely share it with us. Let us know and I'll catch you on the next video.